Let us pray to the heavens and then take up the sword and bow. The gods help those who help themselves.
Hey guys, this is the Prince of Macedon, doing another commentary battle for you guys. And for this battle, I have chosen the Egyptians again. And my opponent, Merlin of Camelot, has chosen the Greek city-states. And this map is pretty hilly. It's called the Thracian Foothills. And I've never fought on this map before, but it looks like it could be fun. So anyways, I'm deploying my army here. My army of Nile Spearmen, Nile Cavalry, and Bowmen. Typically in a Hellenistic type of army, the archers would precede the phalanx, but I'm expecting this to be a run for the center of the hill there. So I put my phalanx in front, and I'm just going to have them run towards the middle once the battle starts. So my archers they're behind them, but they're ready for action. And I've got my Nile Cavalry on the flanks protecting the phalanx. So I'm ready for battle here, just waiting for my opponent. I wish them good luck, have fun, because that's the custom online. And he actually deployed on the bottom there. So I'm going to secure the top there and look at his army. There's 2 Spartans there, 1 armored hoplite, and 3 archers on that side, and he has more troops to the right over here. Didn't see any upgrades, didn't see his general. There's his general, he's a Spartan. So let's check out this other part of his army here. 3 generals bodyguard things, armored hoplite, and 2 more Spartans. And I think he had another archer unit back there. So I'm gonna move my army further up here. I'm not sure how well these Nile Spearmen will do against Greek hoplites, so I'm gonna try to maintain my advantage in elevation here. Now I'm kind of wishing I brought Desert Cavalry instead, because the Desert Cavalry could easily take care of those generals' armored bodyguard. But that said, I have these Nile Cavalry, so I'm just going to stick with them. And he just moved one of his general cavalry bodyguards to the bottom of the foothill, and I'm going to use my archers to shoot at him. And from that elevated range, they're going to have an easy time, like, shooting that guy. Like, the elevation will magnify the effectiveness of your archers and artillery pieces. And he's charging right at my Nile Spearmen there on the right. He probably thought he could hit them before they got back into phalanx mode, but it was pretty obvious where he was going. So they got in phalanx mode right away, and that routed his bodyguard unit. And I took more of his horses down as he fled with my archers. Alright, so he has 2 Spartans and an armored hoplite coming up the hill. And he's going up against my general's unit of Nile Spearmen. I'm not sure how well he's going to do. He has upgrades. I mean, my guy has upgrades, and he has superior elevation. But once again, I'm fighting the Greek hoplites, who are considered like some of the best infantry in the game. So let's see what happens here. Alright, they're all smushed together. It's pretty compact. I'm going to form a second line behind my general with those spearmen right there, because I don't know how long my general can last against them. I'm down to 60 men with my general unit of spearmen, so I guess he's doing pretty well against 3 hoplite units, but I'm going to mobilize these guys in the back here and bring them into the fight, because I don't want my general to die. I'm going to bring my cavalry around too. I'm going to secure every advantage I can against these hoplites, because Spartans are pretty scary, and so are armored hoplites. And he has his cavalry coming from the right there, but they're still a ways, so I'm going to try to rout those Spartans. And I just routed them, so I can turn back and turn my attention at those generals' armored bodyguard. And these guys are going to be pretty tough, I think. But luckily I have elevation advantage, and I have a lot of upgrades. Alright. And there go his 2 Spartan units and an armored hoplite unit. So that went pretty well. He has 2 archer units just hanging out in the front there. I'm gonna target them with my archers, and I see this as an opportunity with my cavalry to take him out, because there's like no one there to protect his archers. So I'm gonna make a dash for him. So that's a downhill charge. Yep, there goes my cavalry. Getting to bring my bowmen up a little bit and skirmish. Alright, I routed one of his archers. I'm gonna try to get this one here too. If I can clear his archers out, I'll have an easier time against his army. And that was really sloppy. I just ran 2 of my now spearmen right into Spartans, and they both routed. Alright, I have more spearmen right here. And check out this move, that's a skateboarding move right there. I'm gonna come up that hill and charge back down and hit those archers. So now theoretically I could just surround him with my bowmen here, because he's out of archers. Oh, he has one right there. And I'm gonna target them with my bowmen. And those archers aren't gonna last very long. There's only like 16 men in that unit, and they have routed. Yeah, so now theoretically I can surround his hoplites, the Spartans and the armored hoplite. Yeah, the best thing my opponent could have done, he should have deployed like closer to my army on top of the hill, so it would have been a more even fight in terms of terrain. But he didn't take advantage of that. So I still have all my units left, but my cavalry's down. They've been like depleted. Like one's down to 10 men, the other's down to 16. That one's up to 47. Alright, so my bowmen are coming up. And I'm going to move my spearmen out to secure that elevation where I think his hoplites are coming towards. So his hoplites have to do an uphill battle. And I have a lot more faith now in my spearmen after watching the first part of the battle. And look at that, I ran right into his Spartans again with cavalry. The terrain's kind of throwing me off here. And plus fraps, whenever I use fraps, it'll slow my computer down, and it makes my keyboard less responsive. So I'm always fighting at a disadvantage whenever I do these live battles. Alright, so this battle's going really well for me. Alright, on the very top, his Spartans have pretty good elevation, but at this point it might be too little too late, because I don't think they can fight my whole army off. He still has another Spartan unit and another armored hoplite unit, but they're about to get it. Here we go, Spartans versus spearmen there. It looks like my guys are actually winning that fight. They have my guys have a slight elevation advantage there.
The enemy general has been killed.
There goes this general.
Now we will see the measure of his soldiers' courage.
Alright, the Spartans on the bottom of the hill there, they're like getting picked apart by my archers. And I've got cavalry there in the vicinity.
The enemy like dead before you with the wit to run away. This is a crushing victory.
So my opponent admitted defeat, and I say GG, good game. And that was a really fun battle because it was a new map, and also I didn't use those chariots for Egypt because I think the chariots make it too easy to win with. Plus I like to use the Egyptians as a Hellenistic type faction, but without the chariots, so